Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a parachute. There's many different ways of doing this, so I'm going to show you one way, but obviously you can change that according to what you've got at home available. The kind of things you're going to need for certain is some material, some string or something that can act like string, something that will act as your pilot for your parachute. I've just got a bit of old cardboard and a bit of bamboo there. I'll need scissors for cutting, a ruler for measuring, a pen and some tape would be useful as well. Now my parachute is going to be 30 centimeters square. The only reason for that is the ruler I found at school is 30 centimeters long. So yours could be bigger and smaller than that. Now, first of all, I'm going to mark out my 30 centimeters. So if I go from there to there, I'll make a little mark. And I've already cut these two. And then there to there, that's 30 centimeters. I'm going to make a little mark, join the two marks with my ruler, mark it. My marker pen, and then carefully cut across. There we go, 30 centimeters square. The other thing I didn't mention you'll need for this is an adult, and that's the one thing all of us are lucky to have at home at the moment. Now, next I'm going to need 4 bits of string. So each of these I'm going to make 30. Where's the end? There we go. So each of these I'm making 30 centimeters long again, because that's the length of my ruler, so it just keeps it simple. I'm going to mark that there and cut it. I can use that piece of string to tell me how long the next one is. Hold it there. I need 4 of those, 1 for each corner of my parachute. I'm just holding it with my fingers to save time. Okay, move those out the way. So now I have 4 pieces of string, 1 for each corner. Now the next thing I need to do is attach these to each corner. You could just put them on here like that and use a small piece of sellotape or tape and tape it on. But today I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to use the sharp end of this penknife to make a little hole and poke that through. Now again, if you're doing this, I really recommend doing it with a grown-up because that's very fiddly. Then I'm going to place my string on there and push it through with this pencil until it comes through the other side. As I said, it's quite tricky. You might find a better way to do this, maybe tying a knot down the end. Okay, there it is, it's through. Now I can pull it through like that, as you can see. And now I'm going to tie a little knot. Like the first part of me tying my shoelaces, tie it round once, just to be sure I can do that again. Again, maybe you're better at knots than me and you'll think of a better one. Okay, that's nice and tight, and we know That's not going to come off. The advantage of that way over the tape is it's definitely stronger. Okay, now we have finished all 4 corners, the same as the first one. What we're going to do next is make our pilot for our parachute. So I've got an old bit of cardboard here. I found a bit of bamboo just to give it a bit of weight. You could use anything for this, maybe a toy you've got at home. A piece of wood, you could make a nice figure, but we're using this. So I'm just going to mark this out. So I've got a large rectangle at the bottom and a rough head area at the top to cut out. As I say, you can do this however you like. Cut around that. Now the reason I had the piece of bamboo there is just to give it a bit of weight. You don't want this to be too light or it won't catch the air so well. I'm going to put that inside, and now I'm going to fold that over and over, over, over. Little piece of tape there to hold that tight. Some more. And some more there. Now I'm going to make another hole here just to thread through my 4 strings on the parachute corners. I'm using the spike from the penknife again. Again, be careful, you might want an adult to help you there because you really don't want to put something like that through your finger and have a trip to hospital, especially right now. So there we go, got a nice hole. Now what I'm going to do next is thread my pieces of string through. I find the best way to do this is take them all together. Make sure, actually if they're a little bit frayed at the end like mine, you can give them a bit of a twist and make sure they're lined up together. It's going to make it a bit easier. Okay, we've got the other one there, and then we've got the 4th one there. Always give them a little bit of a twist just to make it easier to thread and try and pass it through. My hole was big enough, so it went through nicely. Okay, now again, just a simple knot or 2 should do that. You could knot it, or again, think of your own way, maybe use some tape. There's many different ways to do this. Oh look, made a mistake there. One of them didn't go through, so I'm going to have to do it again. Where are we? Okay. Start. Sorry guys, sort of issues you might have when you're making yours. Okay, so let's make sure they're all matching. Let's try again. Right, all through this time. Give it a little tie. Nice and tight. If I can get it round again, that would be good, or again use the tape. Just a couple of simple granny knots there. Okay, right, that's on tight. Pulls there. Why not decorate it? I've got a marker here. Again, loads of different ways you could do that. I'm just doing a simple person. Again, as I said before, you could have made a little stick person here. Up to you. You've got a lot of time to spend doing this. There we go. Let's have a look. Those should all be equal length. I think we're ready to fly.